everyone, how are you? We are still May 2020 and we are still in quarantine. Last week I started making YouTube videos again and I'm really happy with how it's going. I just missed it so much. Last week's video was the setup of the actual journal and this week's video is the setup for November. I don't know what it is about fall, but I find all of the colors are so pretty. And what I usually do is I make October a fall themed month for my journal. Last year, however, I made my October a more Halloween-y theme. So I felt like I was missing out a little bit on my fall theme of the year. So technically, since November is still fall, it's just a colder version of fall, I made November 2019 in my bullet journal fall themed. Every month I always dedicate the very first page to an introduction to the month, and for November I made a really cute circle. Essentially it's just November written out across in calligraphy and then leaves going around it in a circle. What I really like about this month is that the yellows, oranges, browns, golds all work together so well, and it made the entire month look just so cohesive even if I didn't do a lot to it. The next page in November is the gratitude log, and that is something that I've been doing probably since I started bullet journaling. Essentially, it's just one page of the journal with gratitude across the top and a list of numbers down the side so that you can write down one thing that you're grateful for every day of the month. For this page, I don't know why, I just had a lot of fun writing out the title, and I highlighted every second line in orange so that you can tell which line you're on and which one you're supposed to be writing on. Then there's something that I started in September 2019, and that is a note of the day. Essentially, there's this app called CoStar that gives you a weird message note, whatever you want to call it, every single day that is very specific to you and your star sign and alignment and all that stuff. These notes are very strange, which is why I like them and why I write them down. I had a lot of fun decorating this page just with a couple pretty leaves and pretty colors and sparkles and whatnot, and I did November in calligraphy across the top. I don't know, I had lots of fun with titles this month. Then what I did is my sleep log for the month, and that entailed writing out every single number for every single hour of every single day in November. It's a lot of numbers, but it's worth it in the end. I get to see how good my sleep schedule is going and if I need more sleep or what habits I should be trying to break. My mood tracker for this month is one that I am probably the most proud of. I saw this post on Pinterest a while back and I was just so inspired by it. It was so pretty, so elegant that I just had to do it for myself. So I spent some time sketching out a girl and her scarf and sectioning off the scarf into 30 different sections for the 30 different moods that I had every day in November. Then for the next two pages, I wrote out my calendar for the month. For the title on these pages, I kind of did the same theme that I did for the note of the day. I just really liked the way the sparkles looked. The next page is my homework calendar. Again, it's just something that's really helpful for my busy scatterbrain. On one side of the chart, I have everything that is due on that day, and on the other side, it's any homework that I receive. On the next page, that is my brain dump. Unlike other months where I just write everything out in one big list, I section this page off into categories so that it would be a lot easier for me to narrow down what I have to do. Then I finally started on my weeklies. For the first week, I tried something new and I tried vertical columns instead of horizontal columns, but I found that the math for that was a little bit difficult in this journal, so for the rest of the weeks, I just did horizontal columns that I usually do. For the next week, I kept it simple and I put my hourly charts on the outside of the page, while anything that I had to do on the inside of the page, and separated each day by a string of vine leaf things. The next week is probably one of the most unique pages that I've ever made in my bullet journal. I remember I was walking to school and I noticed there were a lot of really pretty leaves on the ground. So I picked up a few with the prettiest colors and I ended up gluing them in my journal so that it looked like they were falling down. Then, because I could, I just took back the vertical theme that I tried in the first week and put it here. Finally, for the last week of November, I went way back to the beginning of the month and I took the style of the leaves and whatnot that I drew for the intro page, the intro circle, and implemented it into this week. So yes, that is all. I hope you're enjoying these long overdue videos, but don't worry, I'll be back to new content soon.